Hey guys, Sayura here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thanks for coming back. So in today's video, I'll be doing this Valentine's inspired makeup look. It was super easy, super simple. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so the brows are already done for the eye look. I want to do something a little bit more wearable but still have that pop of pinky Valentine's look to it. I don't know how I'm going to do it because you guys know that when it comes down to my eye look, they kind of do their own thing. But I'm going to try. By the way, before we jump into the eye look, in my favorites video for January, I was supposed to put like pictures showing you guys my skin, like how good it looks, and y'all just look at my skin. If you should go back to my Charlotte Tilbury video or my NARS video, then you will definitely see the difference between now and then. Like that topicals cream, it did what it needed to do. Like the skin is looking really good. But to start the eye look, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer as my eyeshadow base, and I'm going to blend this out with a Real Techniques sponge. I'm going to take a little bit of translucent powder just to set the concealer. Alright y'all, so I'm pulling out my Jovial Space, the Berries eyeshadow palette. You guys, I'm not even going to lie, this is my favorite eyeshadow palette when it comes on to pinks. The shadows in here are very pigmented and they blend really nicely. Whenever I need that pop of pink, I always draw for this palette. But today I'm going to start with a deeper shadow. I'm actually going to start with this shade right here. And I'm using a M573 brush. I'm going to focus this shade on the outer portions of the eyes, like that. And what I'm doing is I'm not blending the shadow as yet. I'm kind of like laying it down and then I'll gently blend the edges. And I'm kind of doing this patting motion as I work the shadow up. Like that. Alright y'all, so I'm going to take a fluffy brush. This is the E27 brush and I'm going in with more of like a transition shade to kind of blend right here, just so it doesn't look as harsh and the pink doesn't look as bold, if I'm making any sense. I'm going to take the shade Transcend from the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to blend around the edges. I don't know if that's going to do. I don't know if you guys can see a difference, that kind of toned down the pink a little bit so it's not as out there in your face. So this is with the transition shade around the edges and this is just the pink shade. So I know you guys can see that it's a little bit more toned down. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And as I am blending that transition shade around the pink, I'm lightly dragging it down to the crease area, if that makes any sense, or closer to the front part of my eyes, but not too much, but just enough so that it looks smooth. Honestly, you guys, this is probably the simplest eye look I have ever done. You can honestly leave the eyes as is because this blank space just looks so good. But I'm going to wet this brush. This is the E18 brush from Morphe, and I'm just using a little bit of my Garnier spray, and I'm going to go in this Jovial Space palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to pack that all over the blank area. Slightly lay that shade down. So I feel like that shadow needs a little bit of help, so I'm going to go in with some of the NYX Glitter Primer. I'm just using a flat brush to apply this. I'm just going to do one eye at a time. Then I can go back on top with that shade. So I kind of used the brush that I used to apply the shimmer to kind of blend the edges out just a little bit. And then I'm going to take back the brush that I used with that first shade to blend it in, but I'm not adding any product. And then I'm going to take back the brush with a little bit of that transition shade just to try and clean up everything. So kind of go over my crease area and just touch up. So this is what the eyes are looking like. I don't know if you guys would say that this is more wearable, but I tried. I do like it. I actually would wear it. Let me know what you guys think. But in comparison to like the look that I did last year, this is more wearable, but it looks really, really good. I must say it looks really, really good, and it was very, very simple. So I'm going to apply some lashes and then we can jump into the base. The lashes are on and this is what the eye is looking like. Let me know what you guys think. I am going to prime with the last of my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Like literally barely anything. I might have to use another primer with this. Yep. So I'm taking a little bit off the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. This is almost finished as well because I needed a little bit more primer. So for foundation, I'm pulling out the foundation that I haven't used in a while. This is my Mcgrath foundation. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation in the shade MG26. I haven't used this foundation in a while. By the way, I want to do a full face of Mcgrath. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. I still need a few things here and there, but if you guys are interested in that video, I'll pick up the rest of the products that I need. But I'm going to apply this foundation with the M439 brush from Morphe. Alright y'all, so foundation is on and the skin looks beautiful. You guys, this foundation looks so good on the skin. Like it just balances out my skin perfectly. The finish is amazing. It's not full coverage, but it just looks so perfect on my skin. I don't remember if I used this foundation on camera with you guys by itself. I think that when I used it, I mixed it with my Fashion Fair foundation for more coverage, but I don't remember if I used it by itself. I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm using both my NARS concealer today. I'm using the shade Amande and the shade Caramel. I'm going in with Amande first. And I only use the shade Caramel under my eyes, just to brighten. And I love to let my concealer sit, so I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty cream bronzer in the shade 06 Chocolate. I'm spraying a little bit of my Garnier spray on it just because it's a little bit dry, and then I'm going to use this to contour my forehead. You guys, I think I hit pan on the Fenty Beauty cream bronzer. Oh my god. This was like my ride or die, but I've been loving it to like contour my forehead. And then for like my cheeks, I use the Huda Beauty or another bronzer because this has more of like that reddish undertone to it, so it gives like contour and bronzer at the same time. So I'm going to use that, and I'm using the same brush. By the way, I used the 117 brush from BH Cosmetics. I usually use my Merit brush, but this one was already dirty, so I was like, why not? Alright y'all, so I didn't contour too much. As you can see, it's very light, very subtle, but I'm just going to let the bronzer do its trick when I go in with my powder bronzer. You'll see what I'm talking about once I get to that step. I'm taking a Juno sponge to blend my concealer, and I just add a little bit of my Garnier spray because it's kind of dry. The sponge has been sitting there for a while, and then I'm going to blend the concealer. And for the under eyes, I'm using another Juno sponge, this pointy one. If there is one thing I love about this NARS concealer, is once it dries down, it kind of stays where I put it, right? I don't have to drag it out too much. And I really love that about this concealer. I'm going to take back the brush that I used to apply the contour, and I'm just going to go right over the edges of the concealer just to make sure everything is blended together. Before I set the face, I'm going in with some cream blush. I haven't used my LYS cream blush in a while. This is in the shade Passion, and I just feel like this shade will go perfect with the eye look. I'm taking this on my Wet n Wild brush, and I'm going to apply that to my cheeks. And then I go over top with the sponge that I used to blend the concealer, just to put this in. And now I'm going to set the face. I'm going to use my Sephora Translucent Setting Powder. I haven't used this in a while either because I'm almost done with it and it was sold out for a while. So I didn't want to finish it before it comes back in stock. But it is back in stock now. So I'm going to be reaching for this again. And I'm going to use my sponge that I used for my concealer just to blend any creasing that might have happened under the eyes. And then I'll use my Real Techniques to go in with my powder. And I'm taking my Dior powder, No Powder in the shade 6N, and my Colored Drain large powder brush to set the rest of my face. I'm going to go in with some of my Garnier spray to melt my powders together. I'm going to go in with powder bronzer. I'm using my Makeup Revolution bronzer in the shade medium. I'm taking this on an E4 brush from Morphe. I'm taking back the brush that I used to apply the LYS blush, but I'm not adding any products, and I'm just going over the cheeks just a little bit to kind of bring that back. I'm going in with a tiny bit of the Sephora brown liner on my lower lash line. And I'm focusing this on the outer parts of the eye. I'm not taking it into the inner parts. I'm taking the M213 brush and I'm going back in with the pink shade. I'm just going to blend that in right below the brown liner. And I'm going to go in with my Rare Beauty mascara on my top and bottom lashes. I'm going in with some highlighter. I'm using this one from LYS in the shade Genuine, and I'm taking this on the M438 brush, just a little bit. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the Garnier spray. And then to set the face and lock it in, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Alright, so for lips, I'm pulling out the KKW Nude number 3 lip liner. I don't know if you can get this anymore, but if I can find it, I will try and link it down below. If you can't find the KKW liner, the ColourPop one is a really good one to use. It's around the same as this one in terms of shade. The Sephora one is a little bit more rich in comparison to this one and the one from ColourPop. So if I can't find this, I'll also have the one from ColourPop linked down below. And everything that I used in the video, I will have linked down below for you guys. For lipstick, I'm pulling out my Artist Couture lipstick in the shade Angel Baby. I haven't done this lip combo in a while. This is a very, very light lip, but with gloss, it's perfect. And then for gloss, I'm going in with the Artist Couture in the shade Uncensored 2.0. This is going to tone down this lipstick. And I'm just going to touch up with the liner. I'm going to add a little bit of my Tower 28 gloss in the shade Almond, just to tone it down a little bit more. Yeah. And that just tones it down a little bit more. Alright, Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I don't know if you guys would consider this eye look wearable, but I actually feel like it looks really good, and I love the way the look turned out. The base is giving, the face looks so smooth, and I just really love the way this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.